Seeking a Thread. Dom. Back with another quick one. Another quick upload to complement some of my favorite covers as noted and archived. I saw a thread by Alex Motoric 217. No, Motoric 247 Alex. And he was responding to a thread by Carm, Gorvo31, about some of the favorite back covers, which is I love that because that's a tough one to think about. And I mean, yeah, there's usually liner notes or a lot of the jazz records there's no pictures on the back. I mean, there's very rarely there's much of consequence on the back, at least in terms of a cool image or something. So I want to show some of my favorite. Again, I want to do a quick poll, sort of like didn't think too much about these. It's also just some other cool stuff to show. Thanks again everyone for watching and all the great comments. I've been getting some great feedback, and I've been really enjoying watching some of these videos, as I mentioned there. A lot of great stuff coming through these days in the VC. So I'm going to keep it going. Here's some favorite back covers. I'm a big collector of the Flying Nun and New Zealand music, and this is the Clean second EP. It is called Great Sounds Great, Good Sounds Good, So-So Sounds So-So, Bad Sounds Bad, Rotten Sounds Rotten. And front cover, and this is the back cover. And I love the back cover because there's so much information in here. There's all sorts of cool bits of humor and just goofiness, like a lot of inside jokes. I mean, I remember when I first got this, just spending a good 15 minutes just reading the back of the sleeve. If you don't know the Clean, it's like they're basically one of the most important bands, if not the most important band out of New Zealand in the late 70s, early 80s. And we're making music. We're broke up for a bit, and then we're making music again in the late 80s and the 90s. And their most recent record was sometime in the last 15 years. Mr. Pop, I think it was. But this is one of their fantastic first. This is the second 12-inch EP. It's got Beatnik on it, Flowers, Fish, so many great songs. And this is an original Flying Nun press. These have not been reissued in their original form. That is something that needs to happen. Let's look at the Minutemen from Three Way Tie for Last. Front cover, back cover, great shot of D. Boone and Mike Watt and George Hurley. I just love. They're always making great images or great shots, sort of mugging for the camera. There it is. Sorry, there. Get my light. Minutemen. Ramones. Rocket to Russia. I bet a lot of people aren't thinking about the back cover, but it's got this great image of this goofy dude riding the rocket. And again, this is like one that's just fun to look at. Lots of fun stuff going on. Very indicative of the Ramones and their sort of comic-y, punk and pop sound. Yes, pop. Here's some post-punk and sort of funk. This is Maximum Joy Stretch. And this is a 12-inch, it's really a 12-inch single, but they're two long cuts. This is great sort of groovy funk on the 99 label. I'm showing you another 99 record. But here's the back cover. I just love old images of New York. Just good street shot. And this is originally from 1981, I think it is. But yeah, I'll record in 81 anyway. This is a great band. They had a couple of EPs, one record and one EP. This one on the 99 label. And also on the 99 label. I'm going to do a whole feature on that label, by the way. But they always had this great insert for upcoming releases and whatnot. Alright, keep moving. I didn't do 10. I kept moving on this. I just pulled a bunch. Here's some great art rock, post-punk, MX-80 sound, hard attack, and I just love this creepy image on the back. They were also recorded for Ralph Records, the Residence label. They don't sound like the Residents. I mean, who sounds like the Residents, really? But this is like Peru style, angular art punk. This is from 1970. It's early for punk, too. This is from 70. This is 77, but they were around before that. So it's a really ahead of its time band, actually, for 77. Let's show some legendary, in my book anyway, Elephant 6. The Olivier Tremor Control from Dusk at Cubist Castle. And all of their stuff is amazing art. Will Cullen Hart, the designer and songwriter. I really dreamed one day about getting some of his original paintings, but I never did. Because, buying a original piece of art can be expensive. Wish I had. I do have a t-shirt somewhere, an original t-shirt, silkscreen t-shirt, but look at that beautiful image. His art is so awesome, so amazing, so psychedelic, and so unique. It's psychedelic, but it's in a whole new style. And this is an amazing record, one of their 2 proper records from 1996. This is a great rocksteady record from a definite unappreciated Roy Richards on the Studio One label. This is from 73. I want to say it's always hard to tell with these, but it's in the rocksteady era. Good, sort of a guitarist and vocalist. And here's this great image on the back. Roy Richards. This is just self-titled, by the way. He's doing some classics on this. 100 Pounds of Clay is a big time classic reggae song. And just love this image. He's looking great. Looking official. Roy Richards. Here's another reggae track, or record. This is a legendary, one of the early dub records. Pick a Dub by Keith Hudson. Great cover. And I just love this picture of Keith in the back, sitting in the trees, feeling good, feeling groovy, and feeling inspired. This record is awesome. And this is a limited edition with a second LP of vocal tracks. I was happy to get this one. This was reissued from about 4 years ago on VP. Don't know if it's still available, but this is an incredible dub record. Keith Hudson, and a very unique artist. So this was shown by Steve Carlson, I forget why, in one of his Sunday videos, but I right away thought of the back cover on this because it's just an amazing live shot. Great view, aerial view from I guess a balcony. Again, I remember just looking at this one for a long time, just like, wow, look at all these dudes. Like, it seems like this is in the process of the show, like, falling apart, or like the end of the show, because it looks like Lux Interior is doing something down there. I don't know what's going on, but what a great live shot from the Greatest Hits EP. And this is on this is one of the early IRS pressings. This is a French progressive psych, arty, experimental record by Le System Krapouchik. And the title is Aussi long que je me souviens. I haven't pulled this out to listen to it in a long time. I'm going to have to do that, if not tonight, tomorrow. But I love this sort of sparse image of this person just running away. I kind of, another thing where I was just kind of wondering what the perspective is. It looks like it's sort of on the moon or the beach, but then there's this big shadow here, which sort of blows me away. This is a reissue on the Wawa label from 2011. Cool French, more in the psych vein than prog. Here's another French group, Cosmos. This is a archival record, never released originally. It's just called First Time Out. This is a live performance from Charleroi, 1975. Very psych on the cover there, and then you get this great image of the band. This is sort of like more minimalist, sort of space rock, cosmic sounds. A little like Hawkwind, but not heavy. It mentions at their best they make Pink Floyd's Interstellar Overdrive sound Earthbound. That's a bit of a ridiculous statement, but this is a nice record. The other one that they had, which I also have, but I don't remember the title, is probably better than this. But this is a cool live record. Quality's pretty good too. A couple more. Here's some Swedish psych from Trad Grass och Stenar. And this is Djungens Lag. So these were reissued by the Anthology label a few years back, and I bought all of them. And tell me out there if this bothers you, like when they release a catalog or reissue and they do like 5 or 6, 7, 8 titles at a time. I kind of wish they'd stick to like 1 or 2, and then 3 months down the line give me another couple, because it's just like too much to absorb at once. But anyway, cool cover. And I love these elephants. Check these elephants out. Stomping the car, right? Yeah. If you don't know Tradox Grosstenar, it's yeah, very long-winded, psych, experimental, noisy, very much loose, jammy, hippie vibes. More if you like psych, but you're less into the sort of pop psych, sort of the you know the regular stuff. We'll say this is on the more experimental side. You can also check out Parsons Sound and all the stuff of Bo Person. Tradox Grosstenar is incredible, and really deep and out there. Couple more, some jazz. I don't know if anyone's showed this. I feel like people have. This is Roland P Young, Isophonic Boogie Woogie. This is from 1981 originally, I believe. Yep. This is a 2009 reissue on the Japanese M label, EM. And great cover again, and love the back. Love what's going on here. These two, checking it out, and here's Mr. Young. This is wow, sort of solo bass clarinet. What is he playing? He's playing clarinet, electronic bass clarinet. Roland, that third track, is the one that really bugs me out, and I've played on my radio show a few times. It's all solo and it's treated. It's sort of like it's electronic-y sounding, but sort of very tectonic and textural. This is like jazz. This is like, more experimental, far out sounds. Yeah, from 1980. He's a Berkeley guy, and he's had a few other records. This is kind of the most legendary one. I love this. I just love the whole design, even with the text and everything. I think I don't know if the reissue is not available, but I don't think it's going for too much. And the original, of course, is nutty. So I have a bunch of, like many of the VC out there. I love Sun Ra. I don't have any original Saturn pressings. No, I do not. But I do have lots of nice Impulse stuff, a couple ESPs. This is the very first Sun Ra record I ever got from, I don't know when I got it, but Angels and Demons at Play. It's originally a Saturn handmade cover. Great cover, great back cover. Well, it's the same. I thought there was a slight variation to it. But it's not, so this one's a bit of a cheat. But Sun Ra's got a ton of entries you could pick for this. This is from 1974. I'm pretty sure it's from the late 60s period, the Philly period for Sun Ra. This is one of my favorite records of his. It's just got it all. It's got the experimental sort of skronky stuff. It's got sort of the minimalist almost, I like to think of, like when Sun Ra is doing the quiet, more like, sparse stuff where he sounds like Moondog. Like, I love that. And I think there's vocals on this. I forget. But it features John Gilmore and is Glenn. Let's see who else is on it. Phil Colren, Marshall Allen. Yeah, this is like the Pat Patrick. A lot of the classic orchestra. But Angels and Demons in Play. Great cover and a great back cover. That's all. Thank you, VC. Thanks again for watching. I know I'm doing a lot of videos. I thought since I did a front cover yesterday, today I'll do a back cover. Thanks, Carm, Gorvo, for starting this, and Alex for showing your stuff as well. I'm going to look out for some other back cover videos. Respond if you feel like it. Thanks again, VC. I really do appreciate everybody checking it out. And stay tuned. I want to do a contest, but I'm going to wait because there's a lot of contests. But I have already a few other videos planned and recorded, so I'm going to parse those out a little more. Otherwise, take care, and we'll see you soon.